Have you ever read a banned book? If you have, you might be surprised where they're off limits. From classrooms to countries, books get banned for all sorts of reasons, including politics, religion, or anything controversial, really. These titles on the screen are some of the most challenged books of 2021. They've all been banned from multiple school districts around the United States. Now, a big reason why these books are getting challenged is because of an American conservative political organization that brings attention to these books called Moms for Liberty. This Moms for Liberty group has been pushing to remove what they see as unsuitable books from school shelves. So, should most of these books actually be banned? Probably not, but everyone has their own opinion. So, we decided to conduct some public interviews about this topic.
Hey guys, it's Benny. I'm here with
Miguel.
Eden.
I'm Maggie and I'm interviewing Cedric.
Hi.
Are you familiar with book banning or banned books? Are you familiar with book banning or banned books?
Familiar with book banning or banned books?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Not really, but
Have you ever read a banned book?
yeah. To Kill a Mockingbird.
Oh, have you ever read a banned book?
I think so.
What did you read?
Lord of the Flies and To Kill a Mockingbird.
The Hunger Games.
It's To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. It has been banned for the use of racial slurs and themes of racial injustice. What do you think about that? Is that valid?
I don't think you need to ban a book because it takes away from the original writing. Like, what's different then? What's different now?
Okay.
I don't think you need to ban it because it just takes away a source of information.
And do you think that's valid?
I don't really like the book in general, but I don't think it should be banned because it's more of like a lesson on human nature.
All right.
Feel about this book being banned about and things like that.
Yeah, I think that it's important for that to be read because of the meaning of the book and its message of like a warning about like a government. And yeah, I think people just need to like take that warning.
Do you think like banned books as a whole is a good idea or no?
Well, I feel like banning books for certain audiences, but not like for like as a whole.
Okay. Book banning is becoming a prominent issue in America due to challenges from individuals, national groups, and now state laws that are restricting the teachings of a lot of topics that books these days are talking about. These topics include discussions of the LGBTQ community, sexual experiences, and social injustices such as sexism and racism. Restricting these topics not only affects readers' ability to learn from books based around very relevant topics, but we must also consider the effects that it's having on the authors themselves. Book banning obstructs the ability to read and publish freely, making it harder for professional writers to make a living. Authors of controversial content often write to resonate and educate their readers. However, efforts behind book banning demonize authors and diminish their whole purpose. Groups such as Moms for Liberty strive to censor books by nitpicking the text for inappropriate quotes, and in doing so, they disregard the larger meaning of the text and the significance of the lessons that can be taught throughout the book. Author Jonathan Evison spoke to our class about his firsthand experience with his book Lomboy being banned. He received lots of hate and threats for writing this book because it was widely mistaken for having pedophilic content and discusses identity, sexuality, and race. Despite this, he states the banning did nothing to him personally but increase book sales. However, instead of worrying about himself, he feels sorry and fears for the librarians and educators facing scrutiny and threats for providing this book on their shelves. From this, it is clear to see that book banning affects the community as a whole. However, authors are on the front lines because they are producing such books in the first place.
How do you think the digital age has impacted the banning books? Do you believe it's easier or more difficult to censor literature in today's interconnected online world?
I think the digital age has made people too soft, so it makes it a lot easier for people to want to censor literally everything. I think that censoring too much information is not good, and when people don't have enough information, their minds are kind of closed off a little bit.
Referencing like political echo chambers, do you think there's a political angle behind book bans?
I don't really know. I just think a lot of the content that one has easy access to, like Instagrams, other social media platforms, it's so easy to access like information pertaining to like one side or the other, so it kind of closes off the rest of the information, regardless of if it's true or not.
Yeah. Are you aware of the group Moms for Liberty?
Yeah, a little bit.
Moms for Liberty is a right-wing political group at the forefront of book banning. They're behind many, many book bans, and they're responsible for over 300 works of literature being banned.
Yeah, that's scary. Yeah, I think that's pretty frightening, as education should have a political bias, and yeah.
As a librarian, how have banned books affected you personally?
Well, I think for all librarians, we would agree that especially in public libraries, but also sometimes in academic settings, banned books really decreases access to important topics. There's a lot of classic books that I was, given when I was in high school and in college that are banned now for really stupid reasons. Like Harry Potter is really commonly banned in a lot of places because of magic being like anti-God, anti-religion. So there's a lot of silly reasons, and I think that every single banned book that is banned should not be banned.
Speaking of Harry Potter, the group Moms for Liberty is trying to ban that for it being a cult.
Yeah.
Do you necessarily agree with that? And how do you feel about politics being an angle of banned books?
Well, I think that I really disagree with the policies of Moms for Liberty. They are kind of just making it their agenda to decrease access for people who have a bunch of beloved books that they like to read. That Harry Potter is really common with them, and then they're trying to do like the new kind of fantasy romance series, like A Court of Thorns and Roses. That's like really big, and it's been banned. I want to say like Virginia, it's been banned. But yeah, I mean, teenagers and young adults should be able to read whatever they want to, because how are they going to know and be able to discern when they enter adulthood and get into real life if they don't know anything about anything other than what like Moms of Liberty wants them to
Speaking
know.
about that, are there any contexts where you think books should be banned?
No.
All right.
Period.
Banning books. It is not a new thing. Throughout history, ideas have been controlled and, stopped from circulating just because they're seen as offensive or controversial. Books are banned because of these ideas that include racist themes, explicit scenes, and even just LGBTQ content can get a book banned. Just because a book is banned doesn't mean it's a bad book. Many literary classics, like work from Toni Morrison and Mark Twain, have been banned or challenged. So, if you're interested in a book and it's deemed as banned, don't not read it just because of that. It might actually be a pretty great book. So, give it a try.